A lot of people assume that a gardening lifestyle is simple, frugal, and void of many luxuries. But have you seen the prices at farm-to-table restaurants and boutique farmers markets? It ain't cheap, folks. Grocery store produce and prepackaged meals is the real poverty food. I'm sitting on a gold mine here, eating higher quality, fresher, more delicious food than most kings, queens, and billionaires. I mean, at least I think so. I'm not a billionaire and I've never met one, but what they eat has to be pretty good. I mean, take Elon Musk, for example, the world's richest man. He has to be eating some pretty good stuff. So, if my claim that I eat better, fresher food than most billionaires is true, what does billionaire Elon Musk eat? What would I have to eat like him? Well, according to Medium.com, which I'm sure is your #1 source of information anytime you want accurate information on the internet, Musk's diet leans heavily towards meat and potatoes, a departure from the typical emphasis on a balanced plate with a variety of food groups. Musk's inclination towards fewer vegetables contradicts conventional advocacy for the importance of plant-based foods in healthy diets. Musk's favorite foods include sushi, steak, chocolate, coffee, and a daily donut for breakfast. Well, maybe this will be harder than I thought. Okay, Elon Musk likes steak and potatoes. I think we can at least make those two things happen, and at least one of them is a plant. Well, I don't have any potatoes growing right now, but I do have a volunteer potato plant that's been growing for a little while in this grow bag right here. So let's see if I can harvest anything from here. Well, looks like that didn't work out too well. But luckily I still have some potatoes that I harvested back in the summer that are still in pretty decent shape in my garage. So I'll be able to use some of those that I grew myself. And I'll also be able to use some of the garlic that I harvested in the summer as well for a little bit of flavor. So we have our beef, we have our potatoes, but surely the man must love some other types of vegetables. Well, upon a little bit more research, Elon seems to be pretty fascinated with peppers to at least some degree. And although it's late November, I still have a few peppers growing. On this old bell pepper plant right here, ooh, look, we still have a nice, beautiful red bell pepper. We have a couple of green bell peppers here that are left. And on this plant right here, we still have some jalapeno peppers. Okay, we have our steak, our potatoes, our peppers, our garlic. Wait a minute. Why are there 2 steaks, and what's up with these sweet potatoes in the corner right here? Well, I feel any decent cooking show has a multi-judge panel, so we are going to get the former official taste tester, Dale, in on the deal. So we need to make a dog-friendly version using sweet potatoes instead of regular potatoes and a leaner cut of beef. And the reason why I say he is the former official taste tester is he used to love eating raw fruits and vegetables when we first rescued him, but now he's such a picky eater because he's treated so well, he only wants his special home-cooked foods. So with a snobby attitude like that, the billionaire foods should be perfect for him to taste test. The 2 human-grade steaks on the right will be generously seasoned with Himalayan pink salt because billionaires, freshly ground black pepper, and garlic powder. And of course, we will make sure to generously season both sides. The puppy-grade steak on the left will remain unseasoned. And if you're wondering why I'm seasoning 2 steaks on the right, it's because I only want to do this once, and I will be able to have a leftover steak ready to go for tomorrow. So it's a big time saver. So the next question is, how do you cook a billionaire's steak? And the only acceptable answer to that question is perfectly. The only way that I know of that you can guarantee perfection every single time is sous vide. Bonus points because it sounds French and pretentious. And you have to admit, it sounds a lot sexier than simmering meat in a plastic bag. So we will vacuum seal all 3 of our steaks and place them in a water bath at 135 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 hours. That will cook all of our steaks to a perfect medium rare. While the steaks are cooking, we will seed and halve the peppers as well as peel the garlic cloves, then lightly coat them in olive oil and then place them on a baking sheet and bake them at 375 degrees until they get a nice golden brown color. Then we will peel our potatoes and cut them into small chunks because we are going to boil them and turn them into mashed potatoes. My potatoes and Dale's sweet potatoes will go into boiling water where they will cook for about 10 to 15 minutes or until they become fork tender. And then while they are cooking, we will take our sous vide steaks out of the immersion circulator. The extra steak I made will go in the refrigerator for dinner tomorrow. While the potatoes finish cooking, I will open the sous vide bags with the steak in, relocate the steaks to a cooling rack, and then take all the juices from the steak bags and run it through a strainer, and I will be turning this into a simple pan sauce to flavor the mashed potatoes. To make Dale's mashed potatoes, we will take the sweet potatoes we just cooked, we will add a piece of red pepper to the mix, and then a little bit of beef stock in order to add some liquid to help emulsify. Then we will take an immersion blender and we will fully emulsify the mixture until it is pureed. For our simple pan sauce, we took the juices from the bag, added a little bit of fresh beef stock to it, and then we will add some cold cubes of butter. Then we will take a whisk and we will emulsify the butter into the pan sauce, and then simply salt and pepper to taste. To make our human grade mashed potatoes, we will take the potatoes that we just boiled, add a heaping tablespoon of sour cream, salt and pepper to taste, and a little bit of beef stock, as well as our roasted red peppers and our roasted garlic. Then we will take our immersion blender and we will puree until smooth. The only problem with sous vide steak is when you take them out of the bag, they will appear gray and unappetizing because they won't have a crust. So in order to get a crust on them, we need to pat the steaks dry with a paper towel on both sides in order to get a good sear, because if they are moist, they will not get a good sear. And to place the sear, I'm going to use my flamethrower attachment. So for all of my Googa fans in the house, let me just say, I know my steaks don't look that good right now, but watch this. So in honor of Elon Musk, these are our two final dishes. On the left we have the human portion, which is New York strip steak with roasted red pepper, mashed potatoes, and a pan sauce. On the right we have the Doge portion, which is skirt steak with a roasted red pepper, mashed sweet potato. And Dale has been waiting all day to eat this, so in honor of the Doge, we are going to feed Dale his portion first. And here is the Doge portion for my official taste tester. Back up, buddy. Come on. All right, you'll have to let us... Oh, good boy. You'll have to let us know how that is. I'm so excited to hear your review. What do you think, buddy? There are two different types of sweet potatoes in there. There are Stokes Purple and Murasaki sweet potatoes. My boy's been waiting all day for this dinner. Well, I think that Dale approves. He looks like he's having quite the time. I think this is definitely a 5-star meal for the official taste tester. Now I get to finally try my portion. I've been waiting all day for mine too. And now the moment of truth, the thing I've been waiting all day for. How do billionaires eat? It's really flavorful. The pan sauce is especially good. It just adds just this edge, this acidic bite, if you will, that just rounds everything out. But most importantly, we have to try it with the New York strip. New York strip is one of my favorite cuts of beef. It's just so consistent throughout. It slices so well. Very, very, very good. I'm definitely going to eat this whole thing as soon as I turn the camera off. So there you have it, folks. Just because you're a billionaire doesn't mean you have to eat expensive or complicated. This is as simple as it comes. And the best part is this whole plate only cost about $8 for me to make. The steak was $6.99, and this is about $1 worth of other ingredients because I grew everything else myself. So you can eat like a king or a billionaire for $8 every single night if you wish. So to answer that final question, do I eat better than a billionaire? Well, I kind of eat like this most nights anyway. But just to one-up Mr. Musk, I had to make a salad to go along with it. And of course, almost everything came from my garden. So yeah, I eat better than a billionaire, and you can too. So everybody, I sure hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and please ring that notification bell so you're notified when I release more videos like these. If you're curious about any of the products that I use to take care of my vegetable garden in real life, everything I use is linked down in my Amazon storefront in the video description. So expand the video description, click on the Amazon storefront link, and you can see everything I use in real life. While you're down there, please check out my spread shop for custom merch if you want to support the channel. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see all of you again on the next video.